Have you ever wondered what lies beyond the veil of death? This is a question that has captivated the human mind since the beginning of our conscious existence. It's a query that has perplexed humans, cutting across the boundaries of time and civilization. This thought, this question, this enigma has intrigued every philosopher, every scientist, every theologian, every poet, and every dreamer who has ever lived. It has been the topic of countless debates, discussions, and dissertations. Yet even with the collective wisdom of humanity, the answer remains elusive. This question is a testament to our innate curiosity, our desire to comprehend the incomprehensible, our need to understand the very essence of our being. It is a testament to our struggle to grasp the meaning of mortality. Death is an inevitable part of life, a truth that is as old as time itself. Yet, despite its inevitability, it remains one of the most profound mysteries of our existence. As we journey through life, each one of us is bound by this inescapable reality. The undeniable truth of mortality is a common thread that weaves through the fabric of our existence. Yet, for a select few, this journey does not culminate at the precipice of death. Instead, it seems to extend into an uncharted territory, a realm that exists just beyond our grasp, a place that remains hidden behind the veil of perceptual reality. This realm is often referred to as the afterlife. Those who claim to have had a brush with it describe it in ways that are as fascinating as they are diverse. These individuals, through what we term as near-death experiences, believe they have caught a glimpse of what could possibly exist on the other side of that veil. Over the years, countless narratives of such experiences have emerged, each more compelling than the last. This video is not just a collection of such stories. Instead, it represents an exploration of these near-death experiences. It is a journey into the depths of these accounts, a deep dive into the ostensibly supernatural experiences of those who claim to have teetered on the brink of death, only to return with tales that defy explanation. From encounters with ethereal beings to visions of celestial landscapes, from walking through tunnels of light to experiencing a sense of overwhelming peace, these accounts are as varied as they are intriguing. They speak of experiences that defy understanding of the natural world. They talk of transcendent realities, of experiences that seem to exist outside the confines of time and space. Yet, despite their diversity, they all share a common thread. They offer a glimpse into a realm that most of us can only speculate about. These stories provide us with a unique perspective on the age-old question of what happens when we die. They represent individual interpretations of an experience that seems beyond the realm of the physical. Some of these narratives may seem fantastical, even unbelievable, yet they are recounted with such conviction and minutiae that they seem impossible to dismiss outright. They have the power to captivate, to provoke thought, and perhaps even to challenge our beliefs. These experiences have a profound impact on those who live them. They often result in an altered understanding of life, death, and everything that possibly lies in the realm beyond. They shake the very foundations of their understanding of reality, and in doing so, change the way they perceive the world. In this exploration, we invite you to keep an open mind. We encourage you to immerse yourself in these extraordinary narratives, to embark on this journey of discovery with us. Regardless of whether you're a skeptic or a believer, these stories are bound to enchant, provoke, and possibly even challenge your own beliefs about life, death, and the afterlife. This journey is not just about the destination, but also about the insights, perspectives, and transformations that come along the way. These narratives tell a tale of the human experience, of our struggle to understand the mysteries of life and death, and our incessant quest for answers. So we invite you to join us, to delve into these extraordinary journeys that have irrevocably altered the lives of those who have lived them. Let us dive into these extraordinary journeys that have altered the lives of those who have experienced them. Imagine awakening in a realm where the familiar rules of physics no longer apply. This concept might sound alien, but it is a narrative that has been recounted by countless who have experienced something incredible, something that is known as a near-death experience. Now let's delve into our first account, a detailed narrative that takes us on an enthralling journey through the eyes of a man named Thomas. Who was Thomas, you ask? Well, he was no extraordinary man. He was just like any other person you would stumble upon on any given day. A hard-working family man, committed to the people in his life, always going the extra mile to provide for them. His life was simple, filled with routine and the comforting predictability of daily chores. He had plans for his future, dreams he wanted to see fulfilled, and fears that kept him awake at night. But in an unexpected twist, he found himself at death's door due to a sudden, severe heart attack. In a split second, his world, as he knew it, seemed to be slipping away. It was as if someone had pulled a rug from under his feet, and he was falling into an abyss. His life flashed before his eyes, his past decisions, his triumphs, his failures, the people he loved, and everything he was leaving behind. The fear of the unknown gripped him as he felt a strange sensation, like he was being pulled away from his body. In the midst of this whirlwind of emotions, Thomas experienced something extraordinary, unfathomable. He found himself floating in an expanse of tranquility and warmth, a place so serene that it felt nothing like the world he came from. It was a place where time and space seemed irrelevant, where the past, present, and future all coexisted. His fears, worries, and the pain that had consumed him moments ago simply ceased to exist. It felt as though he had been freed from the shackles of his physical existence. In this transcendent state, he was no longer a mere observer of the universe, but felt a deep connection with it. He felt an inexplicable sense of oneness, a unity with the cosmos that was both surreal and comforting. It was as though his had expanded beyond the confines of his physical body, integrating with the universe. Venturing deeper into this realm, he encountered a being of radiant light. This entity did not communicate through language or words, but through intense emotions that permeated his consciousness, filling Thomas with an overwhelming sense of love, peace, and understanding. This being showed him glimpses of his past, not merely the events, but the ripple effects his actions, choices, and decisions had on those around him. It was like watching his life unfold from a third-person perspective, gaining wisdom and insights, understanding the profound impact of his actions. Then, just suddenly as it began, this otherworldly journey came to an abrupt end. Thomas found himself back in the harsh reality of the physical world, revived by the relentless efforts of the medical team. But he was not the same man who had collapsed minutes ago. He had changed, transformed by the profound experiences of the other side. These experiences had a profound impact on his life. He carried with him not just the memory of this ethereal journey, but a new perspective, a different outlook on life. His priorities had shifted, his values altered. He began to value relationships over material gains, compassion over competition, love over indifference. He claimed to have lost the fear of death, replaced by the anticipation of returning to the realm he had briefly visited. In retrospect, this tale paints an intriguing image of what could lie beyond the door of death. It raises questions about the nature of our existence, about life and death, about the universe and our place in it. One can't help but wonder, is this a glimpse into the afterlife, or simply the mind's way of comforting us in our final moments? Regardless, these stories continue to challenge our understanding of life, death, and what lies beyond. What if the afterlife wasn't as you expected? Picture yourself standing at the precipice of existence, where the boundaries of life and death blur. You have always been fed on stories of what the afterlife could be, painted pictures of tranquil landscapes or tunnels of light that lead the way to eternity. But today, as you stand on this boundary, the reality is starkly different from these stories and tales. You are about to cross over to the other side, and the scene that unfolds before you is unlike anything you have ever imagined. This is the captivating tale of John, a man who experienced the realm beyond this world, the realm of the afterlife, in a way that was as mesmerizing as it was unimaginably different. John was not greeted by the stereotypical tunnel that people so often associate with the journey to the afterlife. He did not witness the notoriously bright light at the end of it. There were no angelic melodies reaching his ears, no comforting sensation of peace permeating his being. Instead, the reality of John's afterlife was starkly different. It was as if he had stepped into a dream, yet the dream was more vivid, more alive than any reverie he had ever experienced in his life. John found himself amidst a vast library that seemed to stretch endlessly. The shelves were filled with countless books, each one encompassing the story of a life lived. He could hear the faint murmurs of conversations that seemed to echo through the ages, punctuated with Bout's laughter, the sound of tears trickling down, loud exclamations of joy, and heartbreaking cries of sorrow. It was as if he had been thrust into an overwhelming cacophony of life itself, and yet there was an inexplicable comfort in the chaos. Now, juxtapose John's intense experience with the serene encounter we previously discussed in Scene 2. The protagonist here was Jane, who found herself transported to an idyllic meadow, bathed in the soothing golden light of tranquility. She was engulfed by an overwhelming sense of peace and love. The meadow was devoid of any books, of any whispers of existence. It was just an embodiment of tranquility, a place where peace reigned supreme. The two experiences, as described, couldn't be more starkly different. On one side was a tranquil meadow, a physical manifestation of peace, and on the other was a bustling library, a testament to the chaos of life. Yet, both John and Jane returned from their individual experiences profoundly changed. They had a newfound perspective on life and death. Both experienced the sensation of being part of something larger than themselves, a sense of understanding and connection that they had never felt before. John, who had always been a man of science, found himself exploring the uncharted territories of spirituality. Jane, a spiritual woman by nature, found herself questioning her beliefs, exploring them, and seeking new depths within them. The uniqueness and diversity of these encounters are truly fascinating. It forces us to question, is the afterlife merely a reflection of our individual personalities? Does it mirror our beliefs, our fears, and our hopes? Or are these experiences simply our brain's attempt to make sense of something it cannot comprehend? To rationalize the irrational, to put into place an understanding of the unimaginable. Each encounter, each journey beyond the veil of life, is unique. It varies greatly from person to person. Yet they all seem to share a common thread. Each experience imparts a profound transformation, a change that is as deep as it is personal. The afterlife, as experienced by John and Jane, is a transformative journey, one that alters their perception, their understanding of existence. As you can see, these experiences can vary greatly, yet they share a common thread of profound transformation. Despite the differences, there is a striking similarity that we cannot ignore. As we delve deeper into the narratives of near-death experiences, we find ourselves sinking into a sea of fascinating stories. A common thread weaves through many of these stories, like a silver cord binding them together. This thread, this shared element, is as intriguing as the individual accounts themselves. It is akin to a riddle wrapped inside an enigma, begging to be unraveled. Imagine, if you will, the sensation of overwhelming peace, a tranquility so profound, it's as if time itself has stood. All the worries and troubles of the world have simply washed away. This feeling, this profound serenity, is a recurring theme in many near-death experiences. This sense of overwhelming peace is not just a fleeting sensation, but a palpable reality that engulfs the experiencer, like a warm, comforting blanket. It's as if the fabric of existence radiates warmth and acceptance, cradling the experiencer in a blanket of calm. This is no ordinary calm, but a tranquility that transcends our understanding of peace. Peace. It is a serenity born out of a realm that exists beyond our mundane reality. But the commonalities do not stop there. Many recount encounters with deceased loved ones. These are not mere fleeting apparitions, but vivid, meaningful interactions. These interactions are not confined to a simple hello or goodbye. They deep, profound exchanges that hold a mirror to the soul. Conversations that are as real and poignant as any they had in life. They speak of love, of regrets, of missed opportunities and cherished memories. These encounters serve to comfort, to guide, and to deliver messages of profound importance. Perhaps one of the most intriguing common elements is the phenomenon of the life review. It is as if the experiencer has been given a front row seat to the movie of their life. Imagine, in a blink of an eye, reliving every moment of your life, Every joy, every sorrow, every triumph, every mistake. A cinematic replay of your life unfolding before your very eyes. It is a spectacle that holds nothing back. It is a reflection of your life, as raw and as real as it was lived. This life review is not just from your perspective, it is a panoramic view of your life from the viewpoint of those you've interacted with. It's a chance not only to relive your life, but to understand the ripple effect of your actions, to see the scope of your life's impact. The striking similarity in these experiences may suggest that there's a universal nature to these journeys. They seem to hint at a shared reality that transcends cultural, religious, and personal differences. Yet, even with these shared elements, the interpretation of each experience remains deeply personal and unique. The peace one feels, the loved ones they encounter, the life review they undergo, all of these are filtered through the lens of their own life experiences, beliefs, and understandings. Each person's interpretation is as unique as their fingerprint, shaped by their life's journey and personal beliefs. In the end, these shared experiences suggest a universal nature to these journeys, but the interpretation remains personal and unique. They are like stars in the night sky, each shining brightly with its own light, yet collectively painting a picture of the cosmos. The tapestry of near-death experiences is a complex one, woven with threads of similarity, but colored with the unique hues of individual interpretation. It is a patchwork quilt of stories that, despite their shared elements, are as distinct as the people who share them. Despite the striking similarities, the tapestry of near-death experiences is as the myriad of souls that weave it. Yet, just as a tapestry's beauty lies in its complexity, so too does the beauty of these near-death experiences lie in their diversity. Each thread contributes to the overall picture, adding depth and dimension to our understanding of these profound experiences. Ultimately, what we learn from these narratives is that, while our journeys may share common elements, it is our unique interpretation of these elements that adds color to the tapestry of life. Despite the differences, there is a striking similarity that we cannot ignore. But what happens when a skeptic comes face to face with the inexplicable? This is a question that has puzzled many for countless years. Ponder for a moment on an individual named John. John embodies the quintessence of a scientific mind, a paradigm of logic, a beacon of rationality in a world often consumed by unfounded beliefs and superstitions. He is a man who holds unwavering faith in the observable and the measurable, the tangible and the provable. His world is one that is bound by the laws of physics, the principles of biology, the theories of mathematics. To him, all phenomena can be studied, analyzed, and ultimately understood through the lens of science. This unyielding belief of his shapes his understanding of life and, more importantly, death. For John, mystical concepts such as an afterlife, of bright lights at the end of a long, dark tunnel, or of celestial beings guiding lost souls to the expanse of the great beyond, were mere flights of fantasy. These notions held no weight in his scientific mind, and were thus shrugged off as whimsical tales spun by those who sought solace in the face of mortality. To John, death was the ultimate cessation, the final full stop at the end of the book of life, pure and simple. But in life, change is the only constant. Every belief, every understanding, every notion we hold dear is susceptible to change. And in John's case, this change was heralded on an icy winter's night. A sudden, severe illness, as swift and ruthless as a predator pouncing on its prey, clutched John in its deadly grip. His strong, healthy body was ravaged by the relentless onslaught of the disease, causing him to hurriedly admitted to the hospital. His life, once so vibrant and dynamic, was now hanging by a delicate thread. Medical experts worked tirelessly, their brows furrowed with worry and stress. Yet, despite their best efforts, John's condition continued to deteriorate. He was, to all intents and purposes, dead for 3 minutes. However, in the cold, sterile environment of the hospital, amid the chaotic whirring of machines and the frantic hustle of medical professionals, something miraculous happened. In those 3 minutes, John experienced something that defied his comprehension, something that could neither be observed under a microscope, measured with a ruler, nor proved with empirical evidence. he found himself transported to a realm of calm and tranquility, bathed in a soft, soothing light. A feeling of peace, of completeness, washed over him, a feeling unlike anything he had ever known in his waking life. This moment, fleeting yet profound, shattered his rigid understanding of reality. It forced him to confront his deep-rooted skepticism, making him question the very foundation of his beliefs. When John regained consciousness, lying on the cold, impersonal hospital bed, he was a changed man. On the surface, he seemed the same. His physical appearance bore no dramatic alterations. But within him, deep in the unseen corners of his mind and soul, a transformation had taken place. The world looked different to him, felt different, as if he was viewing everything through a new lens, a lens that added depth and dimension to his formerly black and white perspective. Death, which he had once perceived as a bleak final ending, was now redefined in his mind as a transition, a journey to a new beginning. It was no longer an end, but a doorway leading to a new realm of possibility. John's tale is not an isolated incident, but one among many. It stands as a testament to the transformative power of these near-death experiences. His once robust skepticism, which had stood tall and impregnable like a towering fortress, was shaken to its very core. This seismic shift in his beliefs was not brought about by a blind leap of faith, but by a tangible brush with the afterlife. John's story echoes the experiences of many others who, like him, were skeptics until they had their own personal encounters with the beyond. These experiences serve as powerful reminders that life, and subsequently death, may hold mysteries that are yet to be fully understood by humankind. Even the most hardened skeptic can find their beliefs challenged by these powerful experiences. Can science provide any insights into these mysterious experiences? This is a question that has fascinated and intrigued humanity for centuries. It is a question that has provoked numerous discussions and debates among scientists, philosophers, spiritual leaders, and researchers alike from every corner of the globe. It is the question that lies at the heart of our daily quest for understanding the world around us and our place within it. As we delve into this captivating topic, it's crucial to understand that this is an area where hard facts meet the enigmatic. While science can shed light on certain aspects of near-death experiences, it doesn't necessarily dismiss their significance or the enigma that they represent. It's a delicate balancing act, analyzing them through a scientific lens while acknowledging the profound personal and spiritual implications they hold for those who experience them. Over the years, several theories have been proposed to explain near-death experiences from a scientific perspective, each one a result of rigorous research and study, yet each one also a mere attempt to understand such profound events. One of the most prominent theories is the physiological response theory. This theory suggests that the human body, in moments of extreme stress or trauma, triggers a survival mechanism. It posits that the brain may produce certain chemicals, such as endorphins, which are known to alleviate pain and a sense of calm. This could potentially explain the feelings of peace and detachment often reported in near-death experiences. However, this theory, while plausible, only scratches the surface of these complex phenomena. Another theory that merits consideration is the neurochemical hypothesis. This theory suggests that near-death experiences could be the result of the brain releasing a massive influx of neurotransmitters in a desperate bid for survival. This chemical wave could trigger vivid hallucinations and create the perception of floating outside the body, moving through a tunnel, or being drawn towards a bright light. Again, this provides some explanation, but it doesn't fully account for the immersive, transformative nature of these experiences. A third theory, the dying brain hypothesis, suggests that as the brain begins to shut down, it may produce intense, dream-like experiences that are so vivid they can be mistaken for reality. These could be interpreted as encounters with the afterlife, divine beings, or metaphysical realms. This theory, like the others, does offer some insight, but it too falls short of a comprehensive explanation. Yet, regardless of these theories, many who have experienced near-death situations report a profound personal transformation, a shift in their perception of life and death that transcends explanation. They often describe a heightened sense of purpose, an increased compassion for others, and a deepened spiritual belief. Such transformative experiences seem to transcend what can be explained solely through physiological or neurological responses. They hint at a realm beyond the physical, a spiritual dimension that science struggles to define and quantify. These experiences also suggest a profound interconnectedness of all beings, a sense of unity that impacts the experiencer's relationships with others. They often return with an increased sense of empathy and compassion, an appreciation for the fragility and preciousness of, and a renewed sense of purpose. In addition, these experiences often lead to a dramatic shift in the individual's values and priorities. Material possessions and societal status lose their importance, replaced by a focus on love, kindness, and to others. This transformation is consistent across cultures and religions, further suggesting that near-death experiences tap into a universal human experience. In conclusion, while science may offer some explanations, it cannot fully account for the profound, life-changing nature of these experiences. They suggest a reality beyond the physical, a realm where consciousness persists beyond bodily death. While science can observe and measure, it cannot penetrate the essence of these experiences. It's a fascinating interplay between known and the unknown, the seen and the unseen, the measurable and the immeasurable. It challenges the boundaries of our understanding, pushing us to question, to explore, and to grow. It's a journey into the very heart of human existence, where science meets the mystical, and where each individual's experience adds a unique piece to the puzzle of life and death. What can we glean from these extraordinary tales? We've embarked on an odyssey filled with intrigue, weaving through the unseen dimensions of the human experience. We've dared to dive into the narratives of those who have peered beyond the confines of our known existence, venturing into the abyss of the unknown, and emerged with a fresh perspective on the very essence of existence itself. We've woven an intricate tapestry of similar threads pulled from the varied tapestries of human experiences. We examined the viewpoints of the skeptics, delved into the scientific exploration of the afterlife, and scrutinized the accounts of individuals who've reported encounters with the seemingly impossible. Each story we've heard, while in its details, is deeply personal, yet strikingly similar at its core. People from all walks of life, from all corners of the globe, have shared their experiences of near death, recounting vivid encounters with realms beyond our everyday reality. Some speak of a radiant light, a sensation of overpowering love, or a reunion with loved ones who have long since passed. Others recount their life reviews, where every action, every decision, every moment of their lives is played out in stark clarity, offering profound insights and a renewed sense of purpose. These experiences, they say, are akin to viewing the entirety of their lives through a crystal-clear prism, illuminating every detail and revealing the intricate of connections that bind together the moments that make up a life. From the skeptic's narrative, we've learned that these experiences aren't confined to the religious or the spiritual. People who once staunchly denied the existence of anything beyond our physical world, atheists, agnostics, scientists, have found themselves profoundly transformed by their near-death experiences. They've returned from the brink with a fresh understanding, a renewed appreciation for life, and a sense of peace about the inevitability of death. The scientific exploration of the afterlife, although still in its formative stages, offers compelling insights. Studies delving into near-death experiences are beginning to cast light on the incredible complexity of the human brain and the enigma of consciousness itself. The ongoing research provides us with tantalizing glimpses into the intricate workings of our minds, revealing the vast potential of our cognitive abilities and the immense complexity of our conscious experience. So, what can we take away from all this? Can we find any semblance of a conclusion in these varied experiences? Perhaps it's a deeper understanding of the human experience, a greater appreciation for life, and a more open mind towards the possibilities of what lies beyond our current comprehension. These stories, these insights, they challenge our understanding of life and death, and encourage us to question, to explore, to seek our own truth. They push the boundaries of our understanding, forcing us to reevaluate our preconceived notions and confront the mysteries that lie beyond our grasp. They spur us on to delve deeper, to seek answers to questions long left unanswered, and to continue our quest for knowledge. They remind us of the enormity of our existence, the sheer magnitude of human experience, and the boundless potential of our collective consciousness. They inspire us to reflect on our own lives, to examine our actions and decisions, and to strive towards a deeper understanding of our own truth. And above all, they offer us a glimpse into the realm of the unknown, a realm that remains largely uncharted, in mystery and fraught with unanswered questions. A realm that fascinates and terrifies in equal measure, drawing us in with its allure and repelling us with its ambiguity. Whether you believe in an afterlife or not, these stories provide a fascinating glimpse into a realm that remains largely unknown and offer a chance to reflect on our own perceptions of life and death.